So when we went on the air, he kept the conversation going, like how you would raise a child that would hate to be your child. And I'm like, punk, your child's the one that's getting bullied. And say one more word and I'll climb across. Oh, we went at it.
That's wild. I don't think that was in Buffalo.
And then we went back and forth on Facebook for like an hour. Go
That's
fuck
hilarious.
yourself, you fucking punk. And then people started to hate them.
Oh my
You
God.
fucking asshole. It was tremendous.
That's
He called the
hilarious.
club later. And then when I went back, the club was like, yeah, he doesn't ever want a comedian again.
Oh no.
That's wild. That wasn't Buffalo. I don't think I would have definitely heard about that. But I can't believe you remember that first gig we did with Ari. That was like, I knew you'd remember me obviously from the weekends we did, but I didn't know you'd remember that far back because that was like, I remember you had that banana bread and shit, and I ate like so fucking much of it that I just had a great time. It was like the best comedy experience of my life at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was 3 years in or something like that. I couldn't believe I got that hosting gig. And I had just moved to Cleveland and I hated it. And I was like, I got to get back to, what am I doing? Why did I leave? You know?
Fuck. Yeah,
You know, it's crazy that I owe Buffalo something. You know, when you become a comic and you're young, there's a couple cities after you start rocking that you just want to hit for the tradition of the city. Like I wanted to go to Houston out of respect for Bill Hicks. I wanted to go to Boston out of respect for all the great comics that have been in Boston. I wanted to go to, you know, there was just little places that I needed to go. Chapel Hill, North Carolina, because they were my favorite basketball team. Buffalo, I went to just with a girl, and I kept going. And then later on, years later, I became a comic. And then Rob Lederman threw me a fucking curveball. I was, you know, I'm not going to lie to anybody. I'm a regular at the Comedy Store. Been there about 2 years. I'm bombing 75% of the time, but not as bad as I was. I had a pilot under my belt for CBS. And I think I had just done Mad. No, Mad TV would have had I had nothing. I did a Taco Bell commercial. I go to Buffalo, because I went to Buffalo a couple times. So I go for Rob Lederman the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time I go back for Rob Lederman again, but that time we have a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about a big, big, big problem. It's not drugs.
Nope.
It's not alcohol. It's a problem.
I already know what you're going to say.
It's a comic. It's a problem that it's a comic's nightmare. And a comic doesn't know till he gets there. And it's called when your local sports team is in the playoffs.
I knew right away.
When your local sports team is in the playoffs, there's three types of bars. There's, you know, Buffalo Wild Wings with a bunch of jerk-offs jumping up and down. Nobody bet $1 on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's that medium one where they have a little bit more money and they all have jerseys on and one side is sitting on the other side and it's very fucking, if you got a machine gun and shot them all, nobody would miss them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And then there's this elite people that are missing teeth that this is their life.
Mm-hmm. And that's the whole city of Buffalo. Is
They
that tier.
wake up and read the reports of who got drafted.
Yeah.
They do. This is their life. You know, Denver, I love you to death. Jesus, I love Jesus. But if you make a comeback, don't make it during a Bronco game because ain't nobody going to be there.
I mean, yeah, you're describing me. That's exactly. I mean, I'm the same way. It's in my blood.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you. I do a Wednesday night. I have a pretty decent set. And this is where a lot of things progress for me. This is where everything started for me. If I look back, I have to think about Buffalo. I get there Thursday, and Rob goes, we have a problem tonight. It's game 5. You know, they're getting angry and angrier.
What year was this, may I ask? Do you know?
I do not know.
It must have been like 2001, 2002, maybe?
Around there, because I was having problems here. like as a comic, anytime earlier before that? See what year the Buffalo.
Sabres.
Oh, I mean, I could help you out with all that. I mean, there was a string of years though between '98 and '04. We went every year to the playoffs.
Okay, so
and we went to the Stanley Cup in '99. And
there
then,
you go. There
so
you
it was
go.
99?
99.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was the year we went to
99.
the actual cup. Okay, yeah.
I don't know dick about dick. I'm trying to snort coke and get my dick sucked, and trying to get my Me Too resume fucking in order,
yeah.
right? You know, whatever. I mean, you're out there on the road. You're a young kid. You know, women are talking to you after shows. Whatever. I want people to understand that these are all fucking jokes, and we'll get to the situation later. But I'm out there. I'm just learning the ropes. I'm a feature act. I'm opening for anybody. And then,
Do you remember who it was that weekend?
the dirtiest guy in Buffalo with glasses, older guy.
The dirtiest.
Funny
guy. John
mother-
Valby.
What is it?
John Valby?
Not the hypnotist dude.
No, John Valby was the singer. This guy
No.
who played the piano.
This guy's a little off color.
Okay.
Yoda used him a lot. Off color
Yoda
dude.
used him a lot.
Couldn't work a lot of clubs. Solid. Understood where I was coming from, and I knew where he was coming from. So I get there, and he goes, "This is going to be the deal. We're going to put the MC up, and then it's going to be halftime, and we're going to put you up, and then you go eat, and then they're going to do another 2 quarters, and then Fucko's going to go up."
So they show the show. They show the game at the.
So you're doing shit between periods.
So the comedy show was going to be put on while the Sabre game was
Because
on.
there's no way that people would tolerate just
You're not
watching the
going to
show.
turn the Sabre game off.
Dude, I just said that I was in Boston at Laugh Boston, my first headlining weekend of my life at Laugh Boston, and they put the fucking Patriots wildcard game the same night as like, you know, it's at 8:15 on Saturday night. I'm like, oh great, no, the shows are gonna get canceled.
Done.
I still sold like almost 150 tickets that night, and it was like, what? I was like even more mad at fucking Patriot fans because I was like, they wouldn't even have those shows in Buffalo. If they said 8:15 Saturday night show in Buffalo on a fucking wild card playoff game, that show's canceled. There's no shot that they would fucking put a game on.
Sensational.